Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, for now I have a great honor to inform that we are going to have a special panel discussion. Without further ado, I am very pleased to hand over the conference to our special coordinator, His Excellency Dr. Rose Paradise, Vice President of BELTEI International University and the Dean of the Faculty of Education, Arts and Humanity, and the Dean of the Faculty of Tourism and Hospitality. Please welcome His Excellency Dr. Rose Paradise.
Well, first of all, I would like to pay my high respect to Excellency Dr. Lee Cheng, Member of the National Assembly for Phnom Penh Capital, as well as the founder and Director General of BELTEI Group. The 18 countries delegates of the 7 BICC as well as the first BELTEI IU Research Forum. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the first BELTEI IU Research Forum 2024. On behalf of the committee, may I ask your kind permission to introduce myself. My name is Paradise. I'm the Vice President in BELTEI International University. Welcome to this engaging panel discussion on the role of higher education institution in promoting research and innovation for economic growth. Today, we have gathered a group of esteemed experts who will shed light on this crucial topic that lies in the intersection of academia, industry, and economic development. Let's dive right in. Without further delay, allow me to ask the kind permission from Dr. Lee Cheng, ladies and gentlemen here, to invite our 5 panelists to be on the stage. First, please, Dr. Heng Crane, please come to the stage. Thank you, Dr. Heng Crane. The second one is welcome to Dr. Yuen Hong. Please. The third, please welcome to Dr. Kiang Siang. Please, Doctor. Well, the fourth, please welcome to Dr. Joseph Maju. Please, Dr. Joseph. There is another one, doctor from BBU, please. Okay. Yes, so welcome to the 5 panelists. So everybody here, so we got 2 Cambodians. One is Dr. Heng Crane, the second one is Dr. Joe Masep, and we also have 3 international people. So 2 from Malaysia and 1 from BBU Cambodia. So without further delay, yes, please, Dr. Crane, may you have a short introduction to everybody, please. Thank you, please.
Well, thank you again. And first of all, my highest respect to Excellency Dr. Lee Cheng, the moderator and distinguished panelists. I think, let me introduce again. My name is Heng Crane. I graduated from Japan, and now I'm working as the director of not scientific research, but now it's changed the name a little bit to research and innovation under the Directorate General of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport. Actually, I had background in research and consultancy, in student assessment, and some of the research skill from my teaching as well. And it's my pleasure and honor to be on the stage again in this panel. Thank you very much.
Yes, please welcome to Dr. Heng Crane, Director of Research Innovation, MOIS, from the Kingdom of Cambodia. Well, the next one, please, I would like to ask Dr. Kiang to have a short introduction, please. Dr. Kiang, yes.
Your Excellency Lee Cheng, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
Dr. Rose. My name is Joseph Kiang. I'm a Malaysian, but I am working with a Polish university called the University of Information Technology and Management. I am in charge of their offshore management program for Asia Pacific. Basically, I am a financial man. I graduated with accountancy, then I went on to management, and then finally ended up with education. I've been teaching for the last 40 over years. Beginning, I'm teaching accountancy programs. Then I went into a very specialized subject called cost management and control for MBA students. And I'm also a PhD moderator for this particular subject. Thank you.
Yes, please welcome to Dr. Kiang from Malaysia. But today, for our research forum, he representing the UITM from Poland. Thank you. The next one, please. Yes, Dr. Yuen, please have a short introduction, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Yuen. I'm a Malaysian and also representing University of Information Technology of Poland. I'm his offshore MBA and DBA academic director, and in charge mostly in the China market, which is booming now. And basically, I'm an engineering man. I graduated from university in Tokyo, and also I went on to take up a degree, a master degree in human resource management from Australia, and then I went on to Belgium, and then now to Poland to get my 2 doctorates. So basically, I have a lot of variation. So what happened is that when I was doing engineering, I was actually attached to Malaysian Airlines for 20 over years. And during this time, I was involved heavily in innovation and aircraft modification. So basically, I'm more very keen towards this area of innovation, and then maybe modification, and now education. So maybe I would like to share some ideas with you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Yuen. Yes, actually, he had just arrived this morning from the flight, the morning flight, and he also from the Malaysia, but currently he's representing the UITM from Poland as well. Thanks. Yes, the fourth one, please. I would like to invite Dr. Behera to have a short introduction, please.
Respected Chairman, BELTEI International University, President, Vice Presidents, and my friends, students. I am Manaranjan Behera. I am an Indian, but working in Bilbright University as Senior Dean, School of Doctoral Studies, and Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Languages. And in BBU also we publish one international journal, that is International Journal of Business and Development Research. I am the chief editor of that journal. All my degrees are from India. I have Master of Arts in Analytical and Applied Economics. Then I have MPhil, Master of Philosophy in Economics. Then PhD, that is also in Master of that is in Analytical and Applied Economics. Also, I have more than 30 years of research and teaching experiences. Also, under my guidance, already 18 students have completed their PhD degrees, mostly in Cambodia, I think one in India, and also I am looking to the research center, because in BBU we have created one research center, and I am the head of that research center also. I think this is my background, and my specialization is mostly I teach research methodology, statistics, and academic writing, that how to write something. And on a particular topic, it may be paragraph or report or essay or any other topic. I think this is about me, so thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Behera, who spent time, very special time with our panel discussion today, that you have a lot of experiences in research. Last but not least, we would like to invite Dr. Joseph. Please, Dr. Joseph, please.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Your Excellency, Dr. Lee Ching, Chairman of the BIU, Member of the National Assembly, and Deputy Head of the Commission 9. It is a great honor to be part of this panelist, the first. We wish this panelist, this forum, all the best wishes and success in the future. I hope this forum will grow up and become a research academy in the future. Let me introduce myself. My name is Joseph Matthew. I have a doctorate in education psychology from Berkeley University of California. And that is a long time ago. I did my doctorate in 1997, which means 100 years ago. So in 20th century. I've been teaching in Cambodia for over 20 years, and I have an honor and privilege to know Dr. Lee Ching for almost 20 years. So it's such a great honor. Apart from teaching, I also write for the newspaper. I'm a freelance writer, journalist. I'm also the political analyst, social analyst. I'm writing for Washington Post, USA. I'm writing for the Los Angeles Times. I'm writing for the San Francisco Chronicle. I am connected with the Xinhua News Agency, China. I work with the CGTN, and I work many other social outlets. So my specialty is writing. I write. Basically, I'm writer, I write. And when I will retire from my work, maybe I'm writing a book about Cambodia and my experience in Cambodia. I hope I will do this. So my request to the audience is the panel discussion. Panel discussion is incomplete unless until the audience are not participating. I request you, all the students, to please ask the question. Don't worry whether right or wrong. Stand up, ask the question. Why? Because question is the key to knowledge. Question is the key to knowledge. No question, no knowledge. So you remember, asking a question, you're seeking a knowledge. No question, no knowledge. So you remain ignorant for whole life. Don't worry, right or wrong, stand up, ask the question. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Joe, for sparing to be with us. Well, ladies and gentlemen, all participants, allow me to repeat the motion today so that we are ready to ask the question. Roles of higher education institution in promoting research and innovation for economic growth. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, can you just imagine a world where groundbreaking technologies, life-saving medical treatments, and revolutionary business models emerge not from corporate giants, but from the vibrant intellectual universities. This is not a distant dream, but a reality already in motion. Higher education institutions are the unsung heroes of modern economic growth, driving research and innovation that fuel global progress. That's the reason why we are here today. So we have 5 questions, And we're going to give you one question each. So each panelist, you got 5 minutes. So my first question will go to Dr. Heng Kreng. The question is, how do higher education contribute to the development of human capital? Please, Dr. Professor Heng Kreng.
Thank you very much,
Yes, thank you.
moderator. I think this is a very big question. Maybe if you look at the nature of the question, and the analogy is like we are having a journey to the moon, because human development or human capital development is not a short journey. It's a lifelong journey. That's why we have lifelong learning, right? So if you look at the function of higher education, yeah, we have many things that can be driven from higher education, the building or the development of higher education. But there are 3 main functions. First, teaching. Higher education play an important role in teaching, because one of the roles of higher education is to provide good teaching to students, to produce human capital with right skills. We would like to produce our graduate, to have high ability to perform in the society and the economy. So that is the first function. The second function is research. Yes, we would like to build people with innovative skills. But innovative skill can be driven by research. So higher education can play an important role in promoting research, which I just presented. There are a lot of elements intertwined, interconnected. So if you produce knowledge without innovation, you are selling cheap product. We want to, sell less, generate more, like I mentioned. So higher education can produce high quality people from the research advancement. Or I might say that from the research perspective. And also, the third function of the higher education is service, community service. But how can community service or services are linked to human capital development? We want to create people with knowledge, skills, innovation, research, or whatever, advancement in science and technology. But science and technology can kill people. We always say two blades of the sword. Without training people, educating people to have professional ethics, to contribute to the society and community, science and technology can kill people. Scientists can create virus. We don't know where the virus come from. It can come from the lab. We don't know. So, higher education, or we can say the school or university, can play a role to instill or educate people to have morals, virtue, doing things right, and professional ethics. I think this is one of the agenda advised by our Prime Minister as well in this new term. Ethics is important. Being a good citizen. If you produce a lot of PhD without ethics, you are producing people that can destroy the society. So I think one of the agenda that our Prime Minister just put is very clear that we need people with good hearts. We don't, do something bad to each other. And we want to produce graduates who contribute to not just economic development, but social development. Living next to each other, living in the a kind of innocent of brotherhood. Not sisterhood, but brotherhood, right? So this is what I can say that human capital development is a long journey, but higher education can play these three important roles to educate people to become the right people with knowledge, skill, innovation, or whatever. But most importantly is morality, ethic, and yeah, some of the aspect of virtue to be good citizen. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Henkreng, Professor Henkreng. Thank you very much. So the next question, I would like to go to the second panelist, that is Dr. Yuen. Yuen, yes. The question is, how do higher education contribute to economic growth through innovation? Please.
Thank you very
Doctor.
much. That question actually contains two important keywords. One is innovation, the other one is economic growth. Now, are they related? Now, maybe they are, but let me elaborate further. Now, mankind, actually from the beginning of mankind, there's one element and one activity that always drives them, that is creativity. And this creativity actually comes from necessity. Now, the will actually comes from a necessity that they need to move things faster. But until now, the will still remains as its original design, round. But yeah, a lot of innovation has been done onto the wheel. Rubber, all kinds of things, pneumatic, whatever it is, has been done onto the wheel. Now, let me elaborate on that. Now, from creativity is an idea, that it will remain an idea if you don't realize it, if you don't put it into actual form. This actual form basically will be the innovation. Now, in order to get into this actual form, you need three components or three segments. One is knowledge, which a lot of institutions of higher education is actually imparting a lot of knowledge, maybe from books, from the internet, from previous research. And this knowledge basically laid a foundation for them to explore. But innovation has not started well, because without the next component, which is skill set or skill, then this innovation or this creativity will remain as a creativity, as an idea, and then knowledge will be stored. But as the time goes on, new knowledge are merging, old knowledge will be superseded. So what happened is that you need another component called skill set. Now, when this skill set means you embark on a project or many projects to enable this creativity to get into actual product or services. Right? Now, what happens is now a lot of the whole world now is looking at innovation. Basically, they are creating a lot of products. Out of what? Necessity. And they are based on actually creativity. Now, what happened is that there's another one. Why certain countries fail to produce good products, good innovative products? Because they lack attitude, which actually is another segment which is quite important. Because attitude itself will drive the nation or the people to do better. Just take Japan. In 1960s, after the war, the attitude was to make Japan greater. They drive their innovation. Now they have their new idea called Kaizen. They'll start to do all these things. Now what happened is that when these three elements are in place, then economic growth will be enhanced. Why? Because your country will be recognized as an innovative producer, product producer. Everybody will be looking at you now, at your nation now, or Cambodia, as a nation that basically produce a lot of innovative ideas and products. Now take an example of China now. You see, they have done a lot of things. So that now everybody recognizes that China things are now emerging and even surpassing USA. Now, what happened is that when these three things are in place, you need a platform. So, as I was suggesting that just now, BELTEI International actually needs a platform, which is a research center. Now, this research center will be to keep in place those PhD holders which has the knowledge. And they will be working on this research platform called research centers and attract a lot of outside participant enterprise to help them to continue with their research, to realize their ideas, their creativity. So the S is there, the skill. As they go along, they are becoming more and more skillful. Then they also change the attitude because they feel now wanted. They are motivated that their research and all this are now wanted by the whole world. And so in one way, and one day, Cambodia will be famous with innovative ideas and products because the three things are in place. Now, in order to have these three things to be in place, you need a platform. And this platform is basically a research center, not just churning out PhD holders, and then they will just stop there because they know that they will not have, we will go further than getting a degree. Now, I'll just give you an example. UK's Rolls-Royce, making aircraft engines, are actively supporting a lot of these research holders. So they are now basically leading a company, a leading edge in aircraft engine technology. Because of what? They have a pool of all these PhD holders or researchers that are able to help them with the expertise of the product, expertise of industry of Rolls-Royce. They are now doing side by side, and then they are actually now producing a lot of innovative engines. You know, the engine now is actually far, far away ahead than last time. So I will say that with this, then economic growth will start because a lot of people will be attracted to invest in Cambodia. And then your economy will be booming because you know that you all have the knowledge, the people with knowledge, with the sufficient skill set, and also the attitude. Okay, so I think economic growth is actually dependent on innovation which are in place by what you are doing, initiative of having a research center. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. So we already had the two panelists. The first one from Cambodia is about the contribution education to development of human capital. The next one from Malaysia is about the education to economic growth through innovation. Well, the third question will go to Dr. Behera. Yes, so the question, that very interesting question is, how do collaborations between higher education and industry benefit economic growth? Please, Doctor.
Okay, so thank you very much. So with regard to your question on the collaboration of higher education institutions and industry for economic growth, I will highlight 5 points. First one is the universities can have the collaboration with the higher, the business organizations for the kind of internship. Because what the teachers that teach in the classroom, these are mostly theories and some examples. Sometime maybe whether practically possible or not possible, only they show in the slides. To know the real things, how things are happening, whether it is accounting training or IT training or some other training, the students should go to some business organizations to take training, maybe 1 month or 3 months, and write a report, internship report, what they have learned. This is one benefit, I think so far, maybe some universities in Cambodia, I think maybe you know this one they have done, but many universities in this regard only discussed, but I think they have not yet implemented. Another is kind of research collaboration. Because we know that business organizations, they have many problems, many business problems. It may be marketing problem, production problem, or some other problem. To solve all these problems, research is very much necessary. What are the root causes of the problem? To know this, the researchers should do research for the business organizations. And if the business organizations will implement the suggestions provided by the researchers, I think they can solve their business problems. And another also, the higher education institutions can get the fund from different business organizations to do the research also. Sometimes big companies, they can provide good amount of money, and in their name we can create a kind of research center in the university. And according to their need or requirement, the universities can do the research. So the universities will get the money from the companies. Universities, I think, can create maybe one post for professor, another maybe research officer, investigators. But all their salary, everything will be paid by the company. But the higher education institution will do the research for them. That way, both sides will benefit. The higher education institutions will benefit, also the business organizations also will benefit. Both ways. Another is job placement, because mostly the students, when you will go for internship, and if you have the good record of training and they are maybe the managers where you have the internship, the training, if they know that you are doing good, maybe after the completion of the degree, they can hire you and you can get good salary. That is another benefit. Also, the universities should have also the collaboration with many other business organizations, so that after the completion of the degrees, those organizations can come to the higher education institution and to select the students. That way it will benefit also to the higher education institutions, because good name, because students will be sure that after the completion of the degree can get the job. The higher education institutions, through the collaboration with the business organizations, can provide jobs to the students. And another is relating to some kind of seminar talk or some other talk. We can invite the people who have the practical knowledge and experience and working in business organizations, come to the university to give the talk. So that maybe for one subject, wherever possible, maybe one day let the teacher, the original teacher, he should not teach, but let the man who will come from the business organization should give a talk, so that he or she can share some good experience, so the students can learn. And another, the last one is the transfer of research knowledge, because in Cambodia context, maybe it will take some time also, because here we are doing research in different fields. And if that knowledge can be converted into, I think I forget your name, that you are talking about the innovation. And mostly the innovation is based on research. Research will give you the new knowledge. That knowledge will help you for innovation. And innovation can be converted to products and services, which I think the business organizations will benefit from all these activities. And that way the higher education institutions will contribute a lot, directly or indirectly, for the economic growth of the country. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. Dr. Barbara, who has just given us the 5 impressive points of the collaboration between education and industry that benefit the economic growth. The next question, the 4th question. Yes, will be go to the Dr. Kiang. Yes. So the question is, what is the primary role of higher education institution in promoting the research? Please, Doctor.
Good evening. Allow me to share. Starting from prehistoric time, people have been researching. The word research comes from the Middle French term, which means to seek. Why do people seek? To seek means to find. So when you cannot get things done, then you'll start to find for solution. For example, if you see a beautiful girl and you're interested in in her, then obviously you will try to get more information about her. Agree? So that is research, but that kind of research is called a personal research. So to seek means to research. In order to have knowledge, students in the academic field must do research. In the higher education, we have got 3 levels. The bachelor's degree level, which is accumulation of knowledge level. That's why you have 4 years there. You accumulate as much knowledge as possible. Sometimes you even learn some things that you feel should not be learned. Like for example, in the US, a bachelor in business administration program, you have to learn sociology. You have to learn music. Don't you think it's strange? But that is for the development of a human thinking power. In the US, the education system is more on making people improving their learning ability. Because with learning ability, you learn better. In the master's level, it's the application level. From what you learn, from what you accumulated, you apply. Coming to the doctorate level, which we are now concerned about, is the contribution of knowledge. That's why everybody who is doing the doctorate degree, they have to do things so that they can contribute new knowledge. What is immaterial, contribute new knowledge to benefit themselves. Why benefit themselves? Probably they have got a question, or the organization or company that they are in has got a problem, so he has to find solution for it. Or he could be seeking knowledge or seeking solution for his community or for society per se. So, with extra knowledge, we can do wonders. That's why research process must be continuous. It is such a pity that we only talk about research when you come to postgrad. Even in some university, even master's degree, they don't need to do research. They will say, if you study a few extra topics, few extra subjects, you can forget about the dissertation. It is allowed because they feel that education is accumulation of knowledge, which is not true. So research must be done. So my question is, what is the primary role of higher education institution in promoting research? The answer is very simple. Higher education institution must provide the environment, the facility, and the support. But this is not easy. It is easily said than done because money is concerned. You want to research, you want to promote research, you must have funding, correct? As this afternoon in my casual conversation with Professor Dr. Heng, he says that as Cambodia, GDP increases, funding will come down. So when the country develops, correct, people are supposed to be richer things become more expensive, correct? And people will not help you that much. That's why when you want to join an international association, talking about the subscription rate, they will tell you which country you come from. If you come from Cambodia, maybe the subscription rate is very cheap. You come from Malaysia, now it's more expensive because our status has gone up. You come from US, wow, they will charge you the full sum. So it is important that higher education institution must have the mindset. The leaders in the higher education must first have the mindset that they want to do it so that it complement and supplement the education of the student. If a student wants to go and complete his PhD, definitely research must be done in the proper way. And the higher education institution not only must have the mindset, they have to create the environment, probably starting from the time when the student is at the bachelor level, to do simple research to seek answers. Obviously, students in the bachelor's level don't need to do research because they are at the accumulation of knowledge. Everything is there. All you need to do is to swallow, 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 and then as long as you know, you reproduce like a photocopying machine. That's why now, many students after the bachelor level, they are very happy with the degree, but they are just like photocopying machine. You mean they reproduce what they learn. So the second one is a mindset, okay? Then they have to produce, they have to create the environment for research. Number three, the higher education institution must also support by getting funding so that facility and environment can be provided. It's not an easy job, but as a higher education institution, that is just what you must do so that students can be very, very effective and knowledgeable students. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Kiang, for sharing the important indicator in order to promote the research. Well, now come to the last but not the least. I would like to drop the question to Dr. Joseph. Yes, representing from BELTEI Cambodia. So the question is, but I'm sorry to remind you that you have 5 minutes to answer the question. What is the role of government policies in enhancing the research and innovation capabilities of higher education? Please, Dr. Joseph Maju.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Paradise. Now, the last, what you said, last but not the least, that's not the least. It's the most difficult question. Now, what is the role of government in promoting the research culture in the country? It's a very tricky question. It has many angles. You can have a social angle, economic angle, then probably you have a political angle also. In my belief, in my experience, what is the major or core role of the government should be to create the intervention policy. Create the policy where public and the private institution come on the same level. They provide them platform where they can work together. Government should form the policy in which they give the direction and the pathway for the research development in the country. Now, at the moment, we do not have a pathway. We do not have a direction. I give you the example. Dr. Kiang is sitting here. He had for the research department. Look at agriculture. Cambodia is an agriculture country. I would say how many companies are connected with the higher education institution for the development of the agriculture? None. Cambodia is an agriculture country. How many agriculture research we have? Now, in my point of view, there are 3 levels of the research. You have a research on the institutional level. Institutional level of the research, which is mostly connect you with a case study. Then you have a national level of the research, which connect you with the GDP, economic. Then you have an international research, which connects you with the international commerce, economic, and the conflict management. Now, I'm not talking about here institutional research. I'm talking about here national research. Any researcher in Cambodia who is researching on any economic sector like a banking, commercial bank, agriculture, construction, they must connect with industry. If your research is not connecting with the industry, it's just waste of time. Like Dr. Kiang mentioned his research, industry linkage, indispensable. National research should be connect with industry, and that is a key of economic growth. That's the first part. Now, when the government coming up with this policy, your scope and objective of research will be completely changed. They're transformed. All the researchers in the country, they're looking the sector, industry, where they can connect their research. Otherwise, they will not. Now, you see here, that is a policy. Now, this policy should be government. They form the government policy. We call the policy intervention. That's indispensable. If government want to develop the culture of research in the country. Now, second part of my question, my answer is the role of leadership, the role of university leadership. Now, that's also as important as the government. The government role of developing or promoting the research. Now, the university leadership, the role of the university leadership. Now, I've been living in Cambodia for a long time. Most of the researchers, they avoid doing the research because whether they do research or they do the teaching, they are in the middle. If they are doing the research, they cannot teach. So they cannot teach, they have no money. Otloi, no money. Tai liao. You cannot do it. A professor or lecturer who embark for the research, university leadership should support them financially, like what we talked about funding. Then they can have other standard university in the world. They have a protocol. If any lecturer, professor would like to research, they give the submission of the research paper, and there is a committee, they approve it, and after they give the time limit, and there is a full funding to the researcher until he give the publication. So this is what we need. The role of the government and the role of university leader is a parallel, is the same. If they work together, I believe 5 years or 10 years from now, Cambodia will become a research country, not a research university, but the country where the people coming from around the world to do the research or learn research in Cambodia. Thank you very much.
Very much, Dr. Joe. Yes, who are the last but not the least panelists. Well, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, we have 10 minutes for Q&A from our participants. Please feel free to ask the question to our 5 panelists, and we will do our best to facilitate that. Please, all beloved participants, you may start the question now. We only have 10 minutes. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you very much. First of all, my respect to Excellency Dr. Lee Cheng. If I'm not confused, today is his birthday, so I would like to say happy birthday. My name is Dina Pen. I'm from Sweden University, and I am here today as the PhD candidate to present a topic in the role of women in politics. But very interested in research at higher education in terms of economic and innovation. So my question is, because I have noticed that the government have pushed the STEM education, which they believe that will boost the economic and innovation. But my question and concern is, how do you count the social science? How can social science or social science research play a role in promoting economic booming in, especially in Cambodia, and innovation? Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. That's a very good question. So thank you very much. The gentleman who from Sweden province, thank. So, please, who wish to answer, please? Dr. Behera, please. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much for your question. I think social science, it is very, very general. Let me just give you the answer with one example. Like you want to know that what are the causes of dropouts of students in high school? Because after high school or during high school, many students stop studying. What are the causes? Then you have to develop your questionnaire, and I think you are the PhD candidate. I think you know, maybe you have some research background, so I should not go to that side. So then you try to know, you have to interview the students, also their parents, whether it is financial problem or transport and communication problem or a lack of interest problem, all these things. Then after trying to know the root causes of the problem, any problem, it may be poverty problem or dropout problem or some other problem, and you try to find out the solutions in your suggestion or recommendation, and you can get some idea from the parents, from the local people, from the village leaders, not only the students who have stopped studying. And those things you can keep in the recommendations. That is the individual level, but if in that way the ministry, I think, will consider your research, and maybe they can recommend to the government to take some steps to reduce the dropouts in high schools. This is one example. Similarly, there are many examples in social science. Well, once you do the research, try to know the, because research means research you do on a particular problem in the society. In the society, thousands of problems are there. Maybe, I think your research topic is a problem. If no problem, because you do the research to solve the problem, at individual level, you may not be able to solve the problems, but at organization level or ministry level, they can solve the problems, they can take actions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Dr. Barbara. Yes. So, Dr. Heng Green, please.
Well, I think this is a very critical question that we need to pay more attention to the definition of STEM education. What is the end goal of STEM education? So if you look at the cases of some countries, they cannot move to high income economy or the level that is advanced as the developed country because of the lack of science and technology, which is a STEM. So one part of the story is to drive industrial development to produce high-end product. But it doesn't mean that social sciences cannot contribute to economic growth or economic development. We need, different kind of people, from manager to administrator to technician. So who are the manager? Who are the administrator? We don't need scientists. We don't need engineer to be the manager, to be CEO. But we need all kinds of people who have the ability to do that. So social sciences play another role, a different role in the economy or social development. For example, we need accountant, we need marketing expert, we need this, designer with mixed background, not just science, but designer with liberal arts or creative arts, and so on and so forth. So we need teachers, educator, PhD, to teach this kind of contribution to the economy. So in the ecosystem for the economic development, science alone cannot play a role. But the reason why many countries try to focus on STEM is that they want to create what we call high-end product or value-added product. Like I mentioned earlier, we don't want to sell big things with small money. We want to sell small things but with big money. And that requires STEM. Again, social science play another role in the ecosystem of the economic development. We cannot separate social sciences from science. It's just a policy that aims to promote science for the country to move faster. That is a point. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. We hope our PhD candidate from Sweden got the answer. Yes. The next question, please. I think because of time, we can receive one more question, please. Okay.
Thank you very much. And I will say thank you for His Excellency for giving me the opportunity to be here. I would like, and I believe that my question is also connected to what Dr. Joseph Matthews was saying before. How can we create a culture based on research? For example, United States have universities that collaborate with high schools, and they start at a younger age already developing research inside their system. And as a result, the costs of research are lower because people have knowledge about what research is. So my question is, how can we create a network inside the nation where research becomes the culture and everybody's aware? When there's effective communication, the costs go down. So this is my question.
Yes, thank you very much. Since they addressed Dr. Joseph, so please, Dr. Joseph, please, it's your turn. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your question. Yeah, good question. Now, I mean, the few years ago, I give you one example and then I will come back to your question. A few years ago, Ministry of Education, they organized the seminar or meeting with a private institution to pursue them to allocate the funding for research in their institution. I'm not remember that Dr. Kiang understood, you were aware of this fact. And Ministry of Education, they propose 2%. Every private university should reserve 2% of their income for the research. And I tell you today, university were not agree. Now, how can, that's why I say earlier, university leadership. University leadership have a very important role to play to promote the research culture, not only university, but in the society. Everything starts from your home. So as I was telling you, the work of the government to make intervention policy, right? Implementation of the policy is a work responsibility of university leadership. And they are real pioneer and organizer of promotion of research culture, not only institution level, but society and also nation level. You get the answer?
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Joseph. Yes, because of the chapter is limited, so thanks a lot for our 5 panelists. So before we conclude, before we come to end our panel discussion, on behalf of the committee, just want to express our thanks for the 5 panelists and allow me to say what I have learned. So because of there are 5 panelists, allow me to list 5 points I have noted. So in summary, higher education institution plays a very important role in promoting research and innovation for economic growth. One, the first point, so I make up with 5, 1 each. They act as research and development hubs, providing the necessary infrastructure and intellectual environment for cutting-edge research. Second point, I learned from the other panelists is higher education develop talent by providing advanced education and training, producing skilled professionals who drive innovation in various sectors. 3. Higher education create innovation ecosystem through incubators, accelerators, and funding opportunities, facilitating the commercialization of research funding. 4. Public-private partnerships between higher education and industry enhance the practical impact of research and ensure its alignment with real-world challenges and economic needs. Last point is higher education influence policies and contribute to thought leadership, shaping economic strategies and innovation policies through evidence-based insight. Well, Your Excellency, Doctor, ladies and gentlemen, our special panel discussion come to the end. And once again, on behalf of the committee, we would like to express our sincere thanks to the 5 panelists. And I would like to say thanks, and we hope you enjoy our country. Thank you very much. Thank you. So I would like to give the floor back to Mr. MC. Thank you.